grips apply whether we're on the real hardwood or the digital hardwood. Use these, and I guarantee those W's are going up immediately.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kemp, and nothing tips.
Well, guys, Karl Anthony Towns has a different disposition than his...
Outstanding, D.A. Thank you. Now we're moving into the heart of the NBA season, Clark. His chemistry and pecking order in the locker room been set by the coach and by the team at this point of the year?
Yeah, I think with veteran teams, it's pretty well established. But again, the makeup of your veterans is key there. With younger teams, though, I think they begin to, it's a process. It's an ongoing process of figuring out roles and pecking order. So as you get into the middle part of the season, the heart of it, I think the young guys do. Start to kind of figure it out.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Then it's Robert Covington, and there's Teague. And stolen by Horford. Irving passes to Horford. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Hey, you got to know the scouting report. Tatum is always looking to attack. I mean, he's great at drawing contact on his way to the rim.
Boston shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. And that one falls for Tatum. And that one falls, so he hits both of them. And this Timberwolves team, so fun to watch.
I agree. All-star talent on the rise, athleticism, and they can light it up too. Yeah, fun group.
The pass to Teague. 4 on the clock. To the inside, Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Boy, that sharp awareness of Towns. Clock running out, he just beats it.
Irving with it. Right now, he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. Morris finds Horford. Rebound, Minnesota. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Irving against Teague. Pass to Covington. They double him with Irving. Covington passes to Teague. Can't hit from in close.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Okogie. No good on the 3. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Tatum in the charge. Poke loose. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Smart on the wing. Defended by Covington. 6 on the shot clock.
Nice defense that time. The agility and length of Towns. allowing him to clamp down on the shooter.
Morris kicks to Smart. Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Gibson. Morris against Gibson. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got his first bucket in this one. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stretch for Boston?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
The Celtics have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Sharch checked in for Towns. He's perfect from the line this time. And Tom Thibodeau is a demanding coach, Clark. We know that. His teams have responded, though. But sometimes teams can wear down from that style. Does that concern you in Minnesota?
Not really, Kevin. I mean, he's shown that he's got a proven track record for having teams be successful. And with ownership behind him, I think the players will follow his lead. Remember, he's got the dual role as coach and president of operations. Not sure if that is always the best way to go about it, but in this case, with the alignment with ownership, I think it'll work.
And the Celtics making a change here. Brown's checked in. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And yes, it's good.
Gibson going to work. Fun to watch him do that. Knows he has what it takes to score from the painted area.
Outside Irving. Passes it to Tatum. He kicks to Brown. Pass to Horford. Pulls up. Goes back up. And the layup's good off the glass.
A top-notch post game is just one of the ways Horford helps his team. One of the more important ways, though, is because he's a tough matchup down low.
And the pass to Covington. And Teague has it in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. Boston leading by 7. Irving kicks to Horford. Down low. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Horford.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play. Outside Teague.
And Irving comes to help. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. One of those ongoing discussions about adding a 4th referee, Clark. Would that help us, you think, call the game more accurately?
No, it would just crowd the court more.
Right.
I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? There's a human element to everything we do. Calls are going to be missed. We've grown and gotten better in highlighting different aspects of calls, being more transparent about it. The video replay, I think, has been more good than bad in the game. There are going to be mistakes. You make them, I make them, the referees make them, coaches make them, players make them. We can't totally eliminate the human element of the game. A 4th official would not add to the ability to get more calls right. They're getting 94, 95% of them right now. You think another official is going to move the needle? Come on.
Tatum, that's for 2. Unable to get that wrong. So Minnesota will take it the other way.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb, and the execution even better.
Teague gets to Sharch. Back to Teague. Sharch outside. Pass to Teague. Tatum against Covington. Over Tatum. Another miss by Minnesota. Boston leading by 13. There's Brown with the 3. The rebound by Gibson. For Minnesota, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And Brown over to help. It's stolen by Brown. Now the fast break. Tatum with the ball. He feeds it to Morris. Some solid defense from Sharich.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of work.
That's what they want. A good look from the mid-range game, hey, but unfortunately they came up empty.
Round kicks to Morris. Tatum on the wing. Back to Morris. Jacks up a three. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight.
That's 4 connections and 5 tries now for him in what's been a great first quarter.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection, in a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
Aaron Baines used to that game for Boston. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Over to the wing. Here's Rose. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And how about the airtime improvisation from Derrick Rose? Able to hang and finish with a defender looming.
Irving kicks to Tatum. Back to Irving. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
To the paint, here's Sharich. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. He goes on Jason Tatum.
I like the way Dario Saric plays so hard down low when he gets inside. Really good at drawing fouls because he's physical and aggressive.
So he gets them both.
Saric, the Croatian forward, came into the NBA fairly polished. Has still improved his game year to year, which is a credit to him and his work ethic. There still are areas that he can work on, but make no mistake about it, this guy has shown from day one that he's an impact player.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
Rose passes to Tolliver, and he bangs it home with one hand.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Celtics. They lead by 14. With Saric and how he plays, Clark, he's developing his non-scoring skills as well.
Yeah, he's a very smart player, Kevin, especially for how young he is. I think he's got a game that's just going to continue to grow and refine with time. He's proved he actually can, on occasion, act as a point forward if you need it.
Irving finds Baines, and it's good, 2 points. And the Celtics lead by 16.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
And taken away by Brown. And here we go at Morris, running it up the court. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Marquise, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Obviously, the game is played with a more wide-open style now, Clark. Name a few old-school bigs who continue to make an impact.
Well, I like what Andre Drummond does. The big fella's a glass-eating machine. Still needs to refine his moves and shooting touch, but his athleticism and rebounding off the charts. Blake Griffin stands out as well. Highly skilled, very, very athletic. Steven Adams, obviously a big guy who plays an old-school game, rim protector, finisher, good hands, great strength. Dwight Howard, you know, he's on the backside of his career, but you think about what he was able to do in his prime as a shot blocker, rebounder, finisher. He's got some old-school qualities as well.
And slammed up by Tatum.
And, you know, if you throw it up, Tatum will go get it now. He's a really good athlete. You can't let him roam free like that.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Hat. Wiggins surveying the floor. Shot clock at 5. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And the basket by Rose.
Staying alert and aware. Wiggins sees his man flash to an open spot. Pass is right on the money.
Here's Irving. He just worked San Antonio in that last game. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Rose.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Jason Tatum.
Man, they are just living at the line.
Yeah, doing an outstanding job of attacking offensively and forcing the issue.
Rose kicks to Tolliver. Good work defensively by Morris.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
Brown against Jones. Outside Rose. Charge in the corner. No good on that one. And it's Boston the other way. Irving passes to Morris. From past the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
And already with a commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
Passes it to Wiggins. Sharks looking around. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's Minnesota now. And Morris comes over to help. Wiggins outside. The Timberwolves get it back in a new 24. Back to Jones. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Wiggins. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Solid interior defense, but Wiggins with the body control to adjust. Nicely done.
Irving against Jones. Irving finds Baines. For Boston, they have been at their finest 4 at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. And he can't get the first one.
And the vertical that Brown has is quite impressive. As relentless a finisher that you'll find in this league.
He doesn't get the second one.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Yeah, not only the trips to the line are concerned, but the foul trouble also. You've got to play defense with your feet and do so without fouling.
Pass to Wiggins. 4 on the clock. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Yeah, high percentage look there, Kevin. I mean, Wiggins reads the defense and then basically just takes what he's given there.
And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. It's the Celtics just dominating this one. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. The former #1 pick overall. In 2015, Karl Anthony Towns spoke about the aspirations of this team.
Every single day we're thinking about how can we be the team.
One step at a time, Greg. That's the mindset to have.
Yeah, you can't have too much too early. But with Towns leading the charge, this team is in great hands.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnovers.
Just jumped all over him, Greg. I mean, pounced on him, using their length and quickness to come away with those steals.
You've got Hayward, Jaylen Brown out there with Terry Rozier. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Baines in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Boston 5. Hayward against Wiggins. Baines with the block. They retain possession. Celtics leading by 22. Here's Morris. Baines in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Morris has got 18 points in the game. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Timberwolves. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got 4 rebounds in this game. Morris outside. And Baines kicks to Morris. The pass to Rozier. Over Wiggins. And Jones pulls it down.
Hey, I thought he had the space to shoot comfortably there, and disappointed that he missed it.
Here's Towns. And it goes down 2 points. Towns has got his second bucket of the night.
Good luck trying to keep Cat off the glass. Karl Anthony Towns loves mixing it up down low and getting after those second chances.
He has a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Al Horford is a multiple all-star. And if you count his stats, you miss what he brings to the table. When you factor in his passing, his defense, his efficiency, he does all the things that help you win. Coach Brad Stevens said, Al Horford averaging 15 points a game for you is like other guys averaging 27. Kevin?
The definition of a pro. Terrific guy. Thank you, D.A. Brown wide open. He fired. Baines pass it to Morris. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Rose. Kicks it to Jones. Feeds it to Towns. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
You know, for a guy with Towns' size, I mean, to have this level of body control, it's no wonder the contact didn't bother the shot.
Rozier for 3. It's rebounded by Towns.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you've got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
Wiggins kicks to Tolliver. On the wing, Jones. Back to Tolliver. Wiggins from outside. Rebound, Boston.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball. Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
That one drops for him.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
And the Timberwolves call time here. Mark, when you played some tremendous talent at the forward position, as you go back in your Rolodex, who was the toughest matchup for you?
Well, I look at some of the names of guys that I played against. Mark Aguirre, Larry Bird, obviously Kevin McHale in Boston. Calvin Natt was terrific with Portland at the time. Marcus Johnson in Milwaukee. Bernard King in New York probably was the toughest guy I had to deal with because he was such an animal and beast as a scorer. and was relentless in his movement without the ball. He was probably the hardest guy I had to check.
Some great names there.
Yeah, big-time scores at that forward position.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Teague can't hit. Boston leading by 22. Nice ball movement by Boston. Hayward, the shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Left side, Towns. Poke loose. Rozier with the steal. Hayward looking around. Rozier the pass to Hayward. Back to Rozier. Baines dishes to Brown. With the fadeaway. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to T. Okogie. There's the feed to Covington. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And it's always terrific when Covington gets going down in the paint. I mean, this guy can score the ball from anywhere on the floor.
Rozier kicks to Tice. And so the ball is out of bounds. Rozier touched it last.
You know, that's not how you distribute the ball. It needs to be more focused when making passes like that.
Teague finds Gibson. Oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
And you know, Taj Gibson is a tough physical forward, and the way he plays often earns him these calls.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, what's not to like about Taj Gibson?
I mean, he's a hard worker defensively, finishes well inside, he's got the mid-range shooting touch. But what I like most, really, his unselfishness. He started, came off the bench, no complaints. This is a guy that just wants to win.
Smart's checked in for Boston. And Baines kicks to Rozier. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And seeing Gordon Hayward out there, he has to be glad that he was able to recover the way he has from that devastating injury on opening night last season.
And I remember your call of the moment, Kevin. The whole NBA world just was shocked on that opening night. As bad as it looked, it seemed to be clean enough to where Hayward won't have any lasting issues with it. The rehab obviously wasn't easy, and I'm sure Hayward is just thankful that he's been able to come back completely from that injury.
Gibson passes to Teague. To the paint. Here's Towns. Looks good. Is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Well, you got to do better to root Towns out of there. I mean, he's a really polished scorer inside.
Outside, Smart. Rozier for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Okogie, guarded by Smart. Covington shot is off. Boston leading by 23. Hayward goes in, takes it from 10, and it falls over the rim and in. Hayward's got 8 points.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Teague finds Towns. Back to Teague. Covington in the corner. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 3rd assist on the night. And it's Smart with the ball for Boston. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Pass to Hayward. And it's Baines in the corner. Shoots over Towns. And it falls over the rim and in. Baines has got his second basket of the game. Here's Teague. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, Towns. Off target from three-point range.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Teague against Rozier. Towns, high post. Picked him clean. And now here's Rozier, the fast break chance. The Celtics working the ball around now. Here's Smart. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they need to continue to press that advantage. They got to get back to that. Don't go away from that. It's been working so well for them. Stay with it.
Rozier against Teague. Here's Tice. That shot missing, and Minnesota will come the other way. 1:27 left to play in the first half. Covington against Hayward. And Teague has it in the corner. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
The Celtics making a switch here. Horford's checked in. So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
And Jeff Teague in 2017 signed a healthy $57 million contract to join the T-Wolves. They haven't scrimped in building this roster. I mean, they've been able to and willing to spend some money, and he's a key piece to the puzzle.
So both teams changing it up here. Here's Wanamaker. Pass to Yabusele. Horford against Towns. 13 feet away. Horford gets the bucket.
Yeah, and he can really take his game outside when he wants to. Horford's got plenty of range to go along with all that work he does on the interior.
Rose kicks to Wiggins. Wiggins drawing the double team. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up here. Boston has possession. Boston's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Here's Wanamaker. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Wanamaker's got his first 3 points of the game.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
12 seconds left in the first half. 6 to shoot. And the pass to Towns. Over Horford. On target from 30.
Hello? About to put this in. as far as yeah, it was good. It was I think the lift. I think it was about $40, and then DoorDash was about $28. Remember, I only went out there for a short period of time, but the lift. It got the way the app works is once it gets dark, that means it's not going on. So like it lets you know if there's anything going on, so it got like kind of dark. That's what it left, yeah. And then it sent you a notification again telling you that when it's busy. Right? It was like that for a while. But that, yeah, I stopped doing the lift probably. I guess the parties are probably on Friday night or Saturday night. But the person did tell me Thursday. They think Thursday, Friday. Yeah. I did that yesterday. I finished up. Nah, that's the daughter is always busy at night because we own that for about a lot. And Wendy is also the big person for her. Yeah, maybe from time to time, I'll see how it is. Right, from time. I gotta make some.
I mean the blue part.
I'll take care of this one. Alright, so I'll try to stay out late this week to make that back up. You want soup anytime? Oh, you want some chicken nuggets? I got chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets with grilled cheese sandwich.
You don't need more bread. You want chicken nuggets with french fries?
What kind of french fries?
She's right here. Yeah, I gave her food like about an hour. The meat. By itself, yeah, by itself. Huh? Well, I guess you give it to her separate because she eats the junk food and she'll eat it mixed up. Yeah, they could have gave it back to him, but they told you could get a refund for it. Should have put it back as something. Whatever that thing is in the small bag, if they have that that makes it bigger, she'll eat that because she loves the little small things. The little small little things that the simple thing. No, I'm saying they got it bigger. They have a bigger version of it. She'll probably eat it. Alright, then we go in. You want french fries, right?
Yeah, french fries.
13 feet. 10 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, you look at Towns, and he's very good in the in-between game. Can knock those shots down consistently.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the Celtics running away with this one. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with head coach Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think was the main edge you had?
Well, I thought defensively we were a lot better, and then that led to some offense. But obviously, we're playing a bunch of skilled guys, and we're able to spread the floor. That's helpful.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of it.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson. Taking a look at the Celtics. Kenny?
Well, they're making a living at the line, and that's a direct result of being aggressive. They're not just settling for shots that the defense offers them. They're attacking the defense and drawing fouls. That's big-time basketball, and obviously it's led to a big-time lead.
Shaq, what you think about Minnesota?
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, it'd be a different story. But if was a fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And that'll do it.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game so far from Marcus Morris.
And through the first two periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, you know, good things happen when he cuts to the rim, Greg, and you cut into the heart of the defense like that, makes things easy.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Then there's Teague, then it's Robert Covington, and he comes up with the deuce.
And you know what? I think if you hit Gibson, you got to really wrap him up and whack him because he's good at scoring through contact.
Irving kicks to Horford. Morris outside, back to Horford. Lets it go with a 3. The rebound by Gibson. Minnesota shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Covington, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
That's exactly how you set the table. Great dime there.
Boston shooting around 60% of the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Smart on the wing. Nice ball movement by Boston. Covington with the steal. And now Minnesota on the fast break. A nice shot by Teague.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Boston. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Here's Horford. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Kicks it to Covington. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's foul number 2 for him. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Irving with the steal. Up top, Tatum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Tatum does a little bit of everything, and he's especially skilled down low. Fantastic at drawing the defense into him and playing off the contact while he's going up for a shot.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws.
Well, you like the confidence of Tatum. I mean, he enjoys tackling tackling any challenge in front of him. Doesn't shy away. A true leader as a young player. Impressive.
Towns kicks to Covington. Back to Towns. Inside. Slammed home and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Horford.
Good job putting the pass in front of him. Throw it where he's supposed to be, not where he is. Paving the way right to the bucket.
And Taj Gibson, 6'9", but his long arms help make him a big factor defensively for him.
Well, I think his defense has really been his value to teams. In 2017-18, he had career highs in all his shooting percentages. This guy is just what you call a rock-solid two-way player.
And it's Irving with the rebound.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Pass to Covington. He kicks it to Towns. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And you think about the game of Karl Anthony Towns, the versatility just leaps out at you.
Well, he's a man of his times, Kevin, when you talk about his game. I mean, that's where the game is now. And that's always been his ambition, to be as complete a player as possible. And at his size, he shoots a peak, he can post you up. And as he gets better as a passer, he's going to be harder to guard.
Irving drives in, and it comes off the front of the rim.
You must make that one. Even with the defense present, these are shots you have to finish.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving.
Timeout.
That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
So Tom Thibodeau is going to have a timeout right now. And with all the drama, Greg, that has followed Irving the past few seasons, he reached out to Kobe Bryant for some guidance.
And just like Irving and LeBron had to go their own ways, so did Kobe and Shaq. Very few players know what it's like to be in a situation like Irving, but Kobe's one of them. And Kobe gave Irving the confidence to not be afraid of standing out in his career decisions, and so far it's paid off handsomely.
Pocket 2. Another miss by Minnesota. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. This is the Morris. Passes it to Smart. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
And fellas, I think you have to like his improvements over his free throw numbers from a year ago. It's not a significant number or a huge amount, but it's improvement nonetheless.
Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for the Timberwolves. Jones comes in for Robert Covington.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
The Timberwolves put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
And you really got to give them a ton of credit for what they've done at the free throw line this season. How about 82% as a unit?
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Jones dishes to Towns. Irving against T. Here's Towns. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Smart on T. A rebound by the Timberwolves. To the middle, here's Teague. It's deflected, and they get it back. Now, here's Tatum. 10 points for him. Oh, Morris in position. And here's Jones. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
He gets it in there. And that's now 20 points for Marcus Morris.
Wow, I'll tell you, Morris is on one tonight, pumping his points in left and right.
Back to Towns. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
Well, the 2016 Rookie of the Year, Karl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Cat, only the 5th player to win that award unanimously. And by the way, in year 2, he set the Timberwolves franchise record for scoring in the season.
Yabusele, he's checked in for Morris. Irving passes to Tatum. Here's Yabusele, covered by Wiggins. Here's Tatum. Shot up 2 there. Tatum's got 4 this quarter. And you talk about Towns' sophomore year, he became the first player, Clark, in NBA history to record 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 100 three-pointers in a single season.
Wow, that is impressive, boy. But his shooting ability, for his size, remarkable. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me before his career is done, Kevin, if he joins Dirk Nowitzki as the only 7-footers in the 50-40-90 club. 50% two-point field goals, 40% or better from 3, and 90% from the line.
And a rejection by Towns.
Well, you see the great reach as well as the relentless pursuit shown by Towns. He's simply saying, not here, not now, not in my house.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Jones finds Wiggins. And here is Teague. From deep. Rebound Boston. Baines has got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Rejected by Teague.
Some great timing that time from Teague, who was able to climb the ladder and get the shot block. Don't see that much from him, but pretty good work there.
Here's Irving. Good D by Jones.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
Here's Towns. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Towns has got 18 points.
Great night for Towns. Can hurt you from any spot on the floor.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Some changes for Boston. Daniel Tice is checked in for Aaron Baines. Jaylen Brown comes in for Tatum. And it's Rozier in for Smart. Sharge checked in for Minnesota. Rose comes in for Jeff Teague. Rozier kicks to Tice. Back to Rozier. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Towns.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
First one falls for him.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Here's Jones. to the paint. Tries from 7. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
In town, drops them both.
Hey, Karl Anthony Towns was the unanimous 2015-16 Rookie of the Year, but you still have to admire how fast he's made an impact in this league.
Rozier, the pass to Yabusele. Here's Tice. Connects in the foul on jumper.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Now Rose. 5 points in the game. It's tipped. And now here's Rozier, the fast break chance. Called on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Boston.
It's on the table. Courtney. Courtney? Come. Okay. Courtney. Come here.
Gumbo and Darwin. All you get of the flash is 4. What do you get? Next.
What's that?
You put ice in here? Is everything, so mostly everything kind of potato?
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Outside, Jones. Now the pass to Wiggins. He feeds it to Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. 22 points for Karl Anthony Towns. For Boston, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. It's stolen by Jones. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Jones is running. And that one, good. Jones has got his second basket of the night.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Well, that's as easy as it gets, quite honestly. Riding solo and coasting all the way to the rack. No simpler than that.
Brown outside. And then Brown with the dunk.
Brown really is at his best when he takes it inside. The defense has no idea what to do with it.
Minnesota's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Outside Rose. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Daniel Tice. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Covington's checked in. Rozier kicks to Brown. Back to Rozier. And the turnover again by Boston.
I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands too.
Boston making a switch here. Williams is checked in. The Timberwolves shooting 47% since getting things started in the third quarter. Sharge outside. Wiggins right side. There's the pass to Towns. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
Boy, I tell you, he has been lights out. Sadly, they're still behind. He needs his guys to step up.
Here's Wanamaker. 1:02 left in the third. But they'll get another chance. Here's the three. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class-leading. Out top, Covington. He's covered by Brown. And Sharge kicks to Wiggins. Back to Sharge. That falls. High speed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 4 assists now tonight. 29 seconds left in the third quarter. Williams passes to Wanamaker. Here's Tice. Shot clock at 6. Brown kicks to Tice. No good from outside. Wiggins outside to the paint. Rose, good. Rose has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And as long as he retains that great explosion in his legs, Derrick Rose will be a factor around the rim.
And so it's Boston, holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action after this word. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of a two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his... primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Williams. He's out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Rozier in at the 1 spot. That's the Boston 5.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Celtics passing it around. Brown down low, defended by Covington. Here's Wanamaker. Sharge grabs the board. Sharge has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Rose looking around. Kicks it to Covington from downtown. The rebound by the Celtics. Brown's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Rozier. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This NBA, Clark, amazing. The potential now for some players to play into their 40s. In fact, we're seeing a couple guys in their 40s playing right now and playing well.
Yeah, you know, I thought about it when we started to see this influx, Kevin, of high school players coming into the league at 19, 20, 21 with the advancement in nutrition knowledge and training methods and preservation of the body and taking care of it, that we might see more longer careers. But if you start at 21 and play 15 years, that's still only 36. So I think we're going to see some more guys in the 40s, but I still think it's going to be a small number by and large.
Wiggins outside. Back to Covington. Launches a 3. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. Probably the second of 4 games at home for them.
That changed the name to Yes.
Wiggins outside, and it's Jason Tatum with the foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Inside, here's Sharich, and slam dunk by Sharich.
You know, in close, he's capable of hammering it down, and that's why you got to keep Sharich away from the basket.
Rozier the pass to Hayward. Basket good.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let-up. Killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
Rose against Rozier. And here's Covington from the arc. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Rozier kicks to Tatum. Back to Rozier. Gibson against Tatum. Hayward passes to Rozier. 3 on the clock. Here's Wanamaker. Here's Tice. Out to Hayward. This one for 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Boy, he's dangerous right now. He feels like he's making every shot he puts up.
Pass to Sharich. Knocks it loose. Wanamaker the pass to Rozier. You know, Clark, when you think about it, all fans really care about is winning, and that's hard to pull off when you're the only star on your team. We see it all over the league.
You know, basketball is not tennis or golf. It's a team game, and one man can't win a championship by himself. I mean, when you look at all the championship teams, they were a championship team, not driven by just one star player. And it's a blessing when you can play with other good players, and that's what all good players desire to do at some point in their career.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
First free throw is good. Good on both. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. And slam dunk by Sharich.
Terrific awareness from the savvy point guard. Jeff Teague is excellent at getting the ball to the open man.
Rozier against Teague. Morris gets to Rozier. Launches a 3. It's good from long range.
And when you're down this many points, hard to justify leaving a good shooter that wide open.
Well, you know what, Greg? To me, it looks like they packed it in and just kind of given up.
And the first one drops. Look at rebounding now, Clark. Teams relying less on one guy and more on collective team rebounding, especially, it seems, on the defensive end.
Yeah, and you think about it, Kevin, with the space and pace game, positionless basketball, if you will, or versatile basketball that takes place, more guys are spread out and away from the goal. Bigger guys are not always camped in the lane, so everybody got to rebound the ball, more so today than in past decades, because, again, the three-point shots are coming at a rapid rate. Longer rebounds are available now, so everybody's got to be attuned to rebounding the ball.
Puts it up from 12. That one off the back iron and out. Boston's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. Hayward goes in. Misses in close.
Boy, incredible effort on defense. Refusing to give him an uncontested layup. Nothing easy.
Here's Nunley, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
What day?
28.
Boston leading by 22. Rozier with the ball. Hayward kicks to Smart. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Minnesota's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Rozier against Teague. Dang attacking. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Tell you what, fellas, he is fun to watch when he's working like that and getting to the hoop.
Boston shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Smart kicks to Morris. Passes it to Rozier. Here's Tice. And the layup falls. Tice has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Yeah, I think he's trying to put this one away, quite honestly. I mean, he feels like he can lay it up against any type of defense, and he can.
Teague surveying the D. Stolen. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Rozier. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Well, that's as easy as it gets, quite honestly. Riding solo and coasting all the way to the rack. No simpler than that.
Teague against Rozier. Outside Teague. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Commissioner Adam Silver believes, Clark, that the NBA will see its first female head coach sooner than later. What do you think?
I think it'll happen. I'm not sure exactly if it'll be sooner. I think it'll be a little time because the pipeline, I think, has to be established to where you have some candidates. And you very well could have candidates now that may not have coached in the NBA that could possibly move into a head coaching role. But I think the progression to that would require, I think, more female assistant coaches before there's a comfort level with moving in that direction from an owner standpoint.
He kicks to Gibson. Shot to stop the run. And too long on the shot. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Celtics. Morris outside. The Celtics working the ball around now. Boston needs to get off a shot. Here's Rozier. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Now Horford's checked in for Boston. Kyrie Irving comes in for Terry Rozier. Horford in the post. Towns on him. Boston again missing.
That's exactly how you want to play it defensively, Kevin. I mean, getting a hand up to distract and bother the shooter. Not easy to stop somebody this deep inside.
No good from Gibson.
You know, that's an easy one. You can't miss these shots. Those are makeable shots, especially when the defense isn't on its game.
Smart dishes to Horford. On the wing, Irving. Pocket 6. Back to Horford. Over Towns. Horford no up.
This has been a rough, turbulent outing for him so far. Fortunately, the rest of his team has bailed him out.
The offensive rebound. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And he's good on the 3-ball. Wiggins has got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, the progression of Wiggins' game out beyond the arc. He now is not only shooting that shot, Kevin, he's expecting to make it.
Morris finds Smart. On the wing, Irving. Defended by Gibson.
A good defender who uses his body well. Gibson is capable of blocking shots.
Minnesota making some changes. Tolliver comes in for Taj Gibson. And Tyus Jones subbed in for T. 6 to shoot. The 17-footer. Yes, it is. For that is a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. Tolliver, no good on the free throw. Mark, you've always been a student of the game. You've seen a number of guys do a great job of changing styles as they've gotten older in the game.
Yeah, that's always fun to watch. I think about Magic Johnson. I think about Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan.
Right.
You watch these guys, and there are a number of other guys, too. I mean, those come to mind pretty prominently. But again, it's about a concession to who you are for real, not who you used to be. And I love seeing guys play more on the ground when they were high flyers early, or add a jump shot when they were drivers. Those are neat evolutions to see.
So it's the Timberwolves now. Just 5 to shoot. Towns, the pass to Wiggins. Over Hayward. And it's Wiggins missing. Boston's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Outside, Smart. Now, here's Irving. He dishes it to Horford. Three-pointer. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Horford.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
And, you know, this is the time to do it. Sinking triple after triple. And it ends up becoming contagious.
Hayward against Wiggins. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Average value of an NBA team, Clark, over $1 billion. And I can't even believe I'm saying that, but the league wasn't always so healthy and always thriving the way it is now.
Yeah, every business goes through periods of prosperity and challenge. The league, NBA, no different. Early 80s, there were real struggles and challenges. Then there was a real bump as we got into the late 80s and into the 90s. Plateaued a bit, and now we're on a great ascension. But the players and the league have really worked well together to bring the league to a greater level of popularity and success in this time period now. And you can't discount the big money from TV contracts. That fuels the fire quite a bit as well.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Celtics.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
They simply refused to let their opponent off the hook in either game this season. And that's why they're going to finish up the year with a 2-0 record in the season series against Minnesota.
And watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Kyrie Irving.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team. And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, frustrating to say the least. I mean, don't even know why they're trying anymore. This one is a wrap.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
You know, I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. just sticking to our game plan. We got a game plan going in and we execute it.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Owen, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.